Hi all, welcome to NSO Developers Day. My name is Ashish. I am part of the Cisco CX Center and I'm working network service orchestration and automation development since last 2 years. So let me start with my presentation. So my topic is using Kick support VNF upgrade. So let me start with my introduction and then I will explain you the problem statement and how we I have designed to use kickers to support that particular problem. So first of all, just a quick line written by Alan Ullman. Computers have no idea what goes on outside of them except what humans tell them. So yes, computer doesn't know anything. What we used to tell them, they will do. My quick introduction, as I've told you, my name is Ashish. I'm working in the software development team of CX India and around 10 plus years of experience in automation and orchestration, developing NMS, EMS, and then OSS, BSS, and then currently I'm working in the network service orchestration and automation development. So first of all, what is kicker? Kicker is basically a declarative notification mechanism to trigger action will be triggered based on certain events like database change or receive notification. It is just like the way in layman terms, whatever we have a Java messaging services or any other event notification driven mechanism which is normally used. So Kicker is on top of that is being developed inside NSO to support that. And what does that do? So events their kickers are definitely defined as a data kicker and notification kicker. So if there is any database change and we want to invoke kicker, that is known as a database kicker. If we want to invoke something based on the notification, then that is known as a notification kicker. Regarding configuration wise, kickers are mostly in Yang and kicker instances are stored as a configuration data in CDB. Let me go to the next slide. What is VNF? VNF is a function of the virtualized network as few of my friends are already explaining the network function virtualization, NFPO and other parts of as part of NSO Developer Day. So you can gather more information there. I will not go into the deep there. But what does VNF help us? It increases network scalability, help in optimal use of network resources. The requirement for specific hardware can be removed using VNF. That is a major advantage why VNF came into existence or NFPO came into existence. They can be run as in an individual VM and can be deployed as a function inside a VM. So this is a basically solution architecture which we have developed as part of VNF, which NSO is currently supporting. So as you can see here, we have a three major component: device onboarding, which is basically the onboard a particular device. Then there is a day one config push, means make that VNF capable of understanding the network, connected with the network, start transferring the network, start communicating with the devices and other component across it. Then it comes the part of network function upgrade. So what does that mean, network function upgrade? Basically, it means that, okay, my VNF is working fine with the day one thing and now I want to upgrade my functionality in the VNF, or I want to put more features into my network function based on the customer requirement or based on the network topology requirement. So yes, I need to upgrade that VNF to achieve that, and that is what that particular package is doing. As you can see in the video, there is a UAME and then ESC, then there is a K8 cluster manager, and then in the bold letters in the caps there is one SMI is being mentioned, and then SMI is talking to this VNF. So what does that SMI do is, SMI is basically orchestrator which will orchestrate the functionality of these VM. It will work on top of the VNFs, and in this scenario which I am explaining here, our NSO directly talk to SMI to upgrade the VNFs. So what does that mean? It means like we are talking with two different kind of devices to upgrade a particular VNF. And it doesn't mean that NSO direct when a VNF is getting upgraded, NSO talk to VNF and SMI directly. NSO send the upgrade request to the orchestrator, or what I have shown here as SMI, and then it will send the request based on the some internal functionality in the way the SMI is being developed to the VNF. So what was the problem statement? Like, I will provide you more details, but here I will explain. Like, so when we are reading a particular VNF from the NSO, we need to we are sending a request from any OSS BSS to the NSO. Then NSO will read the request, which will contain the image name of the VNF to which we needs to upgrade it, the VNF name on which VNF needs to upgrade, and then as part of that response, from the NSO, we are providing a functionality that he can fetch the response from the NSO at any time while the upgrade is going on. So we need to show the proper progress status, that at which level the VNF upgrade is going on, what is going on inside that particular VNF based on the some CLI being exposed inside the VNF, and then it will give us the meaningful information to the user that he will NSO will forward the response in a JSON format that can be formatized into the UI to show the meaningful status is going on. Next part is like I will explain the problem statement in detail. NSO needs to start upgrading VNF only when deployer or SMI send certain kind of event. What does that mean? So as I have told you initially, that when we start VNF upgrade, on top of the VNF there is one orchestrator or a deployer or a master device which is being running, that is communicating to the VNF, and NSO will communicate to the orchestrator or the deployer. So NSO will send the request to the orchestrator. What orchestrator contains is, it contains the images to which the particular VNF which it is controlling pointing to. What does that means is, say for example, my VNF is currently pointing to the version 1.0. Where does that information contain? That okay, this VNF1 is pointing to version 1.0. That information is there in the SMI. So when I want to upgrade the VNF, where I will send the request to the SMI, okay, I want to upgrade VNF1 to version 1.2. So what it will do is, I will send the request to the SMI from NSO. SMI will start pointing the image from 1.0 to 1.2. And then as soon as it will start pointing the image, it will trigger some internal functionality or some internal action to the VNF. And as soon as that internal action is successful, that okay, image is successfully pointed, SMI will generate an event that okay, the SMI update image functionality is successful. What does that mean is, upgrade image function is basically this VNFs are belonging to a particular cluster, and that in that particular cluster orchestrator is SMI. So when we upgrade the image from the NSO, as part of upgrading the image, we will execute one action which we call it SMI cluster sync, which will sync all the cluster which that particular VNF belongs to, which came as part of the request, and then start sending the notification that okay, orchestrator state is successful after executing the SMI cluster sync. So in this scenario, what we have seen is, like, first we will receive the notification from SMI that okay, you have sent me the request to upgrade the VNF. I have got the request. I have updated the image of that particular VNF. Now it is pointing to the new image. Now second part, what I am doing is, I have initiated a cluster sync, and for which cluster sync I need to receive a notification from the orchestrator that okay, SMI deployer sync is successful. After this event, when I receive this event, the next step is, say for example, if it is successful, then I will start waiting for the event from the actual VNF which is getting upgraded. And then as soon as I start receiving the events from that particular VNF, I need to start showing the progress to the end user who has initiated the request. So here the problem statement which I was mentioning here is, we are waiting for the event from the two type of devices, and those events we need to process, and the show it into the meaningful information. Now, second thing is like upgrade will be started only when deployer sends successful notification, which I was telling you in the first part. Now, when VNF sends notification, as part of notification, it will send us the information like which image version currently it is getting upgraded, what is the percentage of the upgrade. Like say for example, this is basic thing in which we can keep on showing that okay, upgrade is being done 10%, upgrade is being done 20%, upgrade is being done 30%. Then what is the internal state of the VNF when upgrade is going on? So a upgrade doesn't mean that okay, we are just pointing an image. Upgrade means we are upgrading the database of that. We will upgrade the pods which are pods functionality also, like what functionality VNF is providing. We will upgrade many things as part of that particular network function. So those things, status like how it is going on, that thing VNF will generate based on the notification configuration which is being provided for that particular VNF. So it is not like that every VNF we is following a particular standard of generating a notification. It depends upon how those notification has been configured by the development team and how they want to show it to the end user. So second thing is like what NSO needs to do when receive the notification. First, NSO needs to process the SMI cluster sync or failed notification. Like if it is successful, then it will take certain action to process that and show it to the end user as part of response. If it is failed, then also we need to process it and show it to the end user as information. And there is a different criteria, like what does it mean when SMI cluster sync is failed, or what does it mean when SMI cluster sync is successful, and what does it mean when the VNF starts sending the notification. So as part of end user requirement, and he will send the request, and he would request with the image name and the device's name which he want to upgrade, and then he wants to see the progress what is going on inside. And in order to enable that, to solve that, so earlier, like in some scenarios, in some customer development, we are not using Kicker. So earlier, instead of Kicker, what was being done? So the traditional way of doing that is, which is already being followed in some of the customer engagements, is like they are persisting each and every notification into the CDB, or which is a common database inside a NSO, and then they were writing separate CDB subscriber to act on those received notification. And with the use of notification Kicker, what we have removed is we have removed the configuration of CDB subscriber. So how does it will help? We don't need to persist each and every notification into the CDB because there is no requirement. If we are just if we don't have any further requirement from the end user that they need the notification to read purpose or to show it into the UI or try to drive some meaningful information, why there is a need for that particular notification being persisted into the CDB? Because there are tons of notification which will be generated from the devices when they are getting upgraded. So instead of putting each and every notification into CDB, if we just want to use those notifications to show the upgrade process, it's better not to persist them in CDB, use Kicker. So we have moved away from the traditional approach of putting the notification into CDB, and we have moved to for automated way of using the notification Kicker to solve the problem. So solution, like as I have telling you, Kicker provided. Kickers are triggered by the arrival of notification from any device subscription. What does, as soon as you receive the notification from the device to the NSO, which we call in terms of NSO as subscription, basically it means is that NSO has subscribed to the notification which that particular device will generate. So NSO is a subscriber for that notification. As soon as those notifications are being generated from the device, NSO will receive it. Receive it means NSO will not persist it into the database. So after receiving, we have one more component which is running, which is called notification Kicker. As soon as it will receive that, okay, upgrade is started on VNF1, NSO upgrade kicker will trigger and it will start processing that notification, provide a meaningful information, compose it, send it as part of response that okay, VNF1 has sent me the notification to the NSO that upgrade is started, and user can directly see that okay, I have sent the request and upgrade has been started for the VNF1. Same thing will happen for the deployer that okay, as deployer sync is successful. So has already been subscribed to the deployer notification. As soon as it will receive the notification, it will tell kicker that okay, process notification, then kicker action code will process that and format the whole notification, create a meaningful response, put it into the response call and send it to the end user. So in this way, how the response will be formulated. Storing the received notification in CDB is optional. As I was telling you, if there is no requirement to store the upgrade notification when the device upgrade is going on into the CDB, we can opt it to not put into the CDB. If there is a requirement, then we can put it. But as part of old approach or traditional approach, it was a mandatory requirement, which is not required as part of using the kicker. So kicker invocations are serialized under a certain subscription, means they are basically as soon as you receive the notification, kicker will be invoked, and the order in which you will receive the notification, the same order will be followed by kicker to process those notifications. So what does it means in another way is all the invocations are queued up and executed as quickly as the action permits, or the way you have write the kicker action code. If you are able to process for one notification as soon as possible, the other notification action will be invoked. Next thing is how does kicker are being configured. So basically what I'm showing you here are the XML snippet of the subscribe to listen notification from a particular device, then kicker configuration, then there is a Yang definition of kicker action, and then there is a Java code snippet. It can be changed, but the XML part which I have shown here, it will remain constant. Yang definition, I have used the NFOS upgrade subscription and all, that can be a naming convention which you can follow. Same is with the Java code snippet, like you are already aware that how we use the action callback and other thing. So this can be used, and then after this is just a snippet of the action point, but you can write all your code, whatever the logical action you want to take after receiving the notification, the way you want to format the response, or you want to persist that response into the CDB so that user can check at any time. It depends upon the user requirement how you want to format the response and show the upgrade process to the end user. So problem statement resolved. As part of the solution, like I have told you, kicker help in solving the VNF upgrade issue, providing point after receiving the success failure notification from the deployer. As soon as deployer generates success failure subscription, kicker action will be called immediately. It will not wait, as I have explained you that it is a sequential operation and all the actions will be queued up. VNF kickers will be triggered as soon as individual notification being generated, and kicker action will take care of showing the progress, upgrading status and individual VNF state. So major achievement by using kicker is like we have made the whole process very simple, because otherwise it was looking very difficult that of having two different kind of notification and formatting two different kind of notification into one single response to show it to the end user. So in this way, so this scenario is not limited to one or two devices. Say for example, you have a hierarchy of 3 to 4 devices, and using those particular devices as an interface, and you are upgrading, downgrading, or you are taking some action on another device. And as soon as you execute action, you have a notification mechanism that okay, you can receive the notification from that particular action. Then you can use a kicker to solve that problem, provide a meaningful information to the end user. Okay, this is what you have done, this is what the response has been shown, and you can always format the response to show a very good meaningful information to the end user in whatever way they want, in a JSON format, XML format, and then whatever the layer OSS VSS will understand it and the way API is being exposed from the NS forward that to the further environment. So that's all from my side. Actually, I am available for all the questionnaires which you have. I will explain you if you need a individual demo like the how the code is being designed, how the particular package is being designed. So there are a lot of which we have written to achieve this, because apart from using Kicker, there are a lot of other functionality which we have provided, like wait notifications and wait for sync operations, and then other things which we are checking on a particular VNF. So it was a very critical upgrade which involves a lot of scenarios, since 5G is evolving, and those VNFs are doing a lot of changes in the way they are being developed. So I can explain you. Just ping me anytime. I will be available for the next session, and I will be available for the questionnaires. You can ping me and you can ask me what all things we can achieve with the Kicker. If I have the information readily available, I will share with you. Otherwise, I will check those and revert back to you as soon as I have some. So thanks for attending my presentation. Have a nice day.